This has never been shared before. It's behind the scenes footage of how you create this virtual experience online between iPad and Zoom so that your attendees, they feel as if they're connected with you and in the same room. Okay, let's get into it. Now, why am I sharing this with you? You see, we're in this virtual period where everybody's at home on Zoom, and maybe the connection is sort of losing a little bit, right? Maybe. But in today's video, I want to show you how you can still keep that interaction, that engagement on Zoom through an iPad. Yeah, interesting? Let's get into it, okay? So what do you need? Number one, what you need is connect the iPad to Zoom. So which I've already done. Number two is you share the screen, and I share the screen right now of the iPad onto the Zoom session. You can see my screen, it says you are sharing screen, okay? It's right here. Now, when you're presenting to your clients, maybe there's a presentation, a PowerPoint pack or a keynote presentation. I've got keynote here. The title is Simple Method to Use iPad as Whiteboard While on Zoom. Great, simple, right? Now, we've already covered these steps, but I want to walk you through again. With an Apple Pencil 2, what you can do is you can just click on the screen of the iPad. Yeah, click on the screen, and you can actually choose a color and say, okay, we've already done that. Connect iPad to Zoom. We've already done that. Number two, what we need is we need to share iPad screen. We've done that as well. Number three, what we need is, okay, open whiteboard app, a whiteboard program. Now you see what happens is when you're training your students or you're talking to your clients, you want to draw something a little bit more complicated than what Keynote allows you to do. So what you do in that case is you open up the drawing. I've got an app called GoodNotes here, and you can sort of just start drawing, right? You can just start drawing a triangle, saying that, you know, this is step 1, this is step 2, this is step 3, and if it's something really important, you can highlight this. And if it's that, you can highlight that. You can choose a different color. That's one way that we can actually do that, right? And then you can continue saying hello. That's one way. But what happens here with this technique is you lose the presentation. It's only one screen. How do we make the presentation appear with the notes you're taking? The key here is, let's go back to our presentation. That's the presentation. That's the presentation. You take your finger and you just swipe up a little bit, and you hold on to the GoodNotes app and you drag it, okay? You drag the app to the left, and that's how you split the screen. You see, now I've got both the screens side by side, right? And I can draw. I can actually say, you know what, we have covered this, we have covered this, we have covered this. We are talking now about this. Now we can always use certain aspects, and we can say, look guys, look on the right screen, and I'll show you a little bit more here. And then you can actually just change the pen color. You could even use a presentation like this. If you have something and you want to draw as a presentation, it becomes a lot more interactive. Or you can change the tools and says, this is a new presentation way. And you can change the color, you can change the brush, you can change the color, and you can say very effective way. You see, what happens now is when you're doing all this, your students can see you change the color, change this. They can see on screen what you're doing, and it makes it very interactive, right? As if they're with you in the room. The next thing is, what you can do is, if you want it to be full screen, just hold on, and there you go. It becomes a full screen. If you want another way, the last way here, which is really interesting, is you can just hold this up and make it as a floating app as well. You see, I can present this, and while I'm presenting, I say, this is another good point, right? I can do that. This pencil is really smooth. And then I can take my finger and I can just swipe it out. You see, it's a floating window now. When I need it back, I bring it back here, and I can still present as I go. How cool is that, right? comment below if you're liking it, or give me a thumbs up, right? This is taking the notes taking to a next level, taking presentation to a next level, and also keeping people engaged. Okay, if you're enjoying this, let me know. And if you have any other questions, you want to know how to use technology to make this whole virtual experience really, really key in keeping your students engaged, let me know. I would like to leave you with one comment saying ABC, always be connecting. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye.